Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division 2 video today by myself, Vulcan, and Attack Power.
Hello, everyone. Good to be back. Some phantasmical Steel Division 2 fun.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. In this video, we have for you game 1 of a best of 3 between Yamin and Farid in the quarterfinals of the Division 1 Season 11 playoffs of the Steel Division 2 League. Today, we are playing on Slutsk, and on our left in the red team, we have Yamin, also known as Lovecraftian Horror
For
in
this game.
He is going to be playing with the second French, and on our right in the blue team, we have Farid. He's going to be playing with the 17th SS, both players using the Maverick deployment type. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, I mean, two very solid divisions. 17th SS, kind of surprised to see that one slip through, although I'm pretty sure Koenig has said, or I know Koenig has definitely said to me, but maybe Yamin feels the same way, that second Blindee actually matches up pretty well against 17th SS. I guess, maybe, but I mean, the Stug 4s definitely kind of blank your Shermans and all that good stuff. You do have, I mean, you got plenty of M10s to work with, I suppose, but yeah, I'm never a fan of letting 17th SS through. It's a very strong division with no apparent weaknesses. Second Blindee, great division these days. Very solid, tank tab, recon tab, the whole 9 yards. Great AA, good arty tab, some solid bombers in there. Your infantry are solid, just not numerous. 17th SS, I mean, you get Stug 4s, you get recon car spam, you get a good suite of infantry, some awesome AT, great AA. I mean, they basically got everything when it really comes down to it. So yeah, definitely interesting. Although I wouldn't say Slutsk is the best map for 17th SS because they don't have all the 2K you could ever want. I mean, that would be the one thing.
Certainly have more than the French do, though.
Yes, that is true. Absolutely. Yeah, just kind of a weird deck for this map. That's for sure.
Let's have a quick look at what they're getting down. So for Yamin, on the top left, you got the M8s, you got some Voltages, Pioneers, Nueve with the machine gun there. Further down, we've got another machine gun to Nueve. The Pioneers, M3 Stuart. We got a mortar at the start, a bunch of Voltages, Pioneers heading into the town with a AT gun that's likely going to block off the road, and an M4. We've got an L4 coming out at the start, 2 of them.
Ooh.
In fact. For Farid, on the top side, couple of Pak 38s, MG42, some Legionary, some Volksdeutsche. With the Pioneer, we got the Aufkleider there, Marder, Stug 4, Volksdeutsche, Pak 38, and an MG heading into the town. And on the bottom side, he's going to be putting on the hill a bunch of Volksdeutsche, the Legionary, Panzerschreck, Pioneer Führer, Pioneer, and the Marder 3. So, interesting deployment. I was thinking at first that Farid was going to send a lot of those troops to the top side, but they're coming more towards the mid, so he's just going to be holding that top salient with the MG42.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the early rush in the center from blue side. If you can get this hill, I mean, you get 2 flags essentially for free on the edge of this hill. So I find the center rush to be probably the best push you can make from the blue side, so I'm not surprised to see him doing this.
And we have the Vultures getting pretty deep for Yamin here. L4's seeing all of the troops on the bottom side. He's managed to get the Pioneers into a good position there. 50 cal in the church, actually going to be able to provide good cover over the town. 50 cal further up, however, is being beaten up by the MG42. 222 coming down the road there is not going to be in line of sight of the M3 Spade just yet, so the Nueve might take quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, mortar on top of the Pioneer Fear, spotted from the recon plane, going to die here unless he falls back immediately, and it's still going to die. So nice pickup there from the mortar. That's actually a pretty big kill to take away that that leadership. SS Legionary getting like quadruple teamed here, so that's not going to turn out well for him. Pak 38 on the hill almost takes out the, just getting the other Pak 38, took out that M3A3 there. And yeah, impressive the MG42 actually beat out the 50 cal, because 50 cals are like the ultimate weapon in this game.
Well, the MG42 is still very, very strong, but in this case, it does look like the 50 cal might get the pin first. They do have that like extra suppression. It's just going to take a while to kill it because the damage is kind of low. But the DB coming in for the kill onto the Pak 38. The BF-109 trying to get on its tail in order to find the kill. On the bottom side, the Legionary still having a bad time as the mortar fire continues to come down. DB's flying right over this Flak 36. Will that be enough damage to take it out?
That would be huge. That would be absolutely huge.
It's definitely very, very close, but those things are extremely resilient, and he manages to make it out.
Yeah, and Flak 36s are just, they're always a little underwhelming. If that was a Flak 43, 100% dead in the sky. But, ooh, BF-109 takes out the L4. The center push here from Farid not going too great here. Both Volkdeutsche here getting thrown back. Stug 4 and Martyr 3, though, might be able to turn the tide against these M8s rushing up.
Cheeky little rocket strike onto the 50 cal does take it out of the church for the time being. But yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on the Marder 3 Stug 4 engagement in the center here. The Spy, like, head-on against the Stug, we just won't be able to do anything against it. So if the Stug gets into a right position there, it will be doing well. The Marder can also, I think, one-shot the M8s, right?
It can, but it also will, get penned pretty easy by those M8s. So with 2 of them, they might be able to take it out pretty quick anyway. Now, he did finally spot all these troops, and now I wonder if the Stug 4 is moving, so that is the key here. And we're currently on a 13-11 with Farid capturing this flag in the center. 1 M8 down already.
Well, the M8 missed its shot, but the Marder not able to find a second itself. So it did well there to take out one of the M8s without getting hit by either, which does kind of equal out that position and gives Farid a very, very nice spot on that hill. As you mentioned, taking that center early on is going to be really, really frustrating for Yamin to get back into position, both in the town on the bottom side and obviously taking back the flags in the mid.
Yeah, Slutsk is Red has a phenomenal position over the town with that southern hill, allowing you to overlook everything. But on the flip side, if Blue can take this center hill and hold it well, it has a phenomenal position looking over the entire center of the map. So both sides have opportunity on this map.
IG-33 is being brought up to exploit his position here. Volkdeutsche also going to be joining the fray. Marder 3 moving through on the bottom side. I'm surprised to see that Yamin hasn't tried to capitalize on the initial damage he did to the legionary on the bottom side, because he does have the M4A2 there. He's now moving it up. Might want to be a bit more aggressive, because if he can take the hill here on the very bottom, that actually puts him in a nice position similar to Farid's in the center.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a very common flag for Red to be able to grab, because you don't have to move the line very far to get it. We do see a 57 mil here in the center, finding the Martyr 3 easy. No spot yet on it. Did they have exceptional? No, they just have very good stealth. So kind of weird that the Volkdeutsche there did not spot that. But yeah,
I think the Marder 3 was turning to engage it when it died. So I think after the first shot, it had revealed itself, but before that, it was still hidden.
Marder
the M4 took a penetration from the Marder.
Yeah, but also gave one. So whoever gets the first shot, and it's going to be the Sherman. The Sherman always gets the first shot.
Or the 57 can. As the Marder 3 goes down, Legionary take out the Voltigeurs. I'm really not a big fan of some of the French infantry, to be honest. I feel like the Voltigeurs can be extremely lackluster.
Yeah, they lack.
I guess they don't have a machine gun, do they?
Yeah, they lack an LMG. So they're cheap. They're 20 points. Yeah, they're 20 points because it's 5 points for the half track. So they are cheap, and for a 20-point infantry, they're above the curve. But yeah, if you're stacking them up against units with LMGs, yeah, they suck.
Panzergrens
DB
suffering the same fate as the Legionaries on the bottom side.
Oh yeah, DB in again, does get his bomb strike off just fine. Flak 36 not enough to stop that. Did kill off a Legionary, but he was basically dead anyway. So, although one man can throw a Molotov, though, that is true.
If he gets it off before he gets shot, then sure.
One man always does.
On the bottom side, 57's in a good position again. Going to be taking out the Marder 3 there. Very, very nice indeed. Pioneers getting the flames onto the enemy Pioneers, though. The HE grenade did come through before he retreated, but because the Pioneers were already on retreat themselves, it's not going to matter. BF-109 coming in. Already used its rockets. Does manage to shoot down the helicopter. Playing too much Warno.
I was going to say, a little too much Warno there. No.
Record helicopter.
That's one of the few spams. It's one of the few spams we don't have in this game.
These BF-109's got another one coming in now, looking for the rockets onto the 57mm AT gun. Isn't going to be able to kill it in the one shot.
No. Yeah, the
I
BF
find it's so unreliable.
they are. Sometimes they feel incredible, and then other for for their price and their speed, and they reload incredibly fast. But other times they're just like, you can't get a kill with them. You can't buy a kill with those things.
Yeah. Both of these IGs on the hill here not having a good time as the mortar fire is continuing to come down. These mortars are very, very oppressive, the radio mortars. Also, interesting to see the M7 being invested in early on, the M7 Priest. If that does direct hit the IG, it can do a lot of damage, but at the moment, not having much luck. Just pinning them down.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good piece to call in early because it has a massive number of shells, so it can fire for like the entire first half of the game all the way into C phase almost constantly. So, I mean, if you can keep it firing, you can definitely get a ton of value out of that thing.
I think the voltages are just creeping around the corner of the hill there just to see if they can potentially find some surrenders, but still plenty of units in position for Farid to stop that from happening. It seems like both sides are slowly sort of creating concentrations of units. We've got Yamin creating a concentration on the bottom side that he's been using to slowly pick apart the position there. And we've got Farid, who's still trying to get an overwhelming hold in the center.
Yeah, he's really trying. I mean, he's got a lot of IG-33s. He actually has 2 IG-33 cards in his deck, which means he has 9 of these things to toss around, which is why we're seeing them being called in pretty aggressively. We see our first shot of an IG-33. Will it kill that Bofors? That would be massive. Oh, just barely misses.
You'd be crapping yourself if you're in that boat.
Yeah, that would have been,
right there.
That would have been a huge loss because that Bofors is key to stopping this BF-109. Well, B phase when we get to B phase, Farid gets access to the Nebelwerfer, and I'm having a feeling that'll probably be coming in.
Yeah, that will certainly start to break any stalemates that are here. But honestly, the French are generally quite a mobile division. He is bringing in more of these M8 Scots. He's got the M3 Spy there again. And Farid, he does have quite a lot of AT guns around the place, but 2 of them in the center here are a little bit out of position, it seems. Only the one on the hill further back is in a good position to cover. Well, there is actually one in the center further back as well, in the light cover there, that will catch out this M8 and M3 as they come up.
M10 just took out the Stug 4, which is allowing this Overseer M8 and Spahi to get up on the hill, but they're running away. Okay, the Pack 38 is spotting them there. That's why they're making a run for it.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough pushing back up that hill. 57 taking out the 222 in the center that brought in the Auftada. The Stug 4, will it be able to reply? It's actually firing at the 50 cal in the church, so that will be falling back. 81 mil mortar looking for the kill onto the 37 AA, and that will open up the bombers once again. But BF-109 coming in with the rocket strike onto that infantry. Infantry has already fallen back, so limited damage.
IG-33 sending a heat round, perhaps? Yes, actually is. Barely ever see these things use a heat round. Down one goes. BF-109 going after the Voltigeurs here, but they fall back just in time. Yamin on his micro as always. M10 and Stuart go down. That's just pretty bad armor loss there for blanking. Yamin. Just use your name.
This name is
just use your name.
Did the M10 die to the flames?
No, it blew up.
Did.
I thought it died to the Pack 38 there.
It was totally out of line of sight. I think it was the BF-109 flames.
Weird,
It's
but
very, very strange.
possible.
Very, very strange.
IG-33 clears out the Voltigeurs out in the open. Stug 4 against the 57 mils should finally kill this off. And there we go. That 1 health AT, you know all about those.
Yeah, 1 health AT guns that just hit the most impossible shots over and over and over and over again.
Yep. We are now into B phase, so we see a second Overseer. No. Oh, there's a Nebelwerfer coming in for Farid. I actually expect him. I would think he might throw that after the 81 mortar, honestly, is what I would do. Because it hasn't moved, so that he could probably get a shot off. Flak 36 will stop one of the DBs, but not the second one, which should kill off the Pack 38, it looks like.
Yeah, looks like he's going for that bombing strike. I wouldn't be surprised to see if the DBs come in and just try and hit the Flak 36 themselves, to be honest, because they probably could.
Yeah, with two of them.
There's only one AA in the center right now. One could just bomb it while the other kind of just plays distraction. Farid is realizing that himself. He's got another Flak 36 coming up to back it up. But on this bottom side, I do feel like Yam is still being very, very slow on the approach here. Just hasn't really focused too much on this hill whilst investing quite a lot of points into it.
I honestly think that's kind of just Yaman's playstyle. He's a trader. He like, not a trader like with like betraying you, but a trader. He loves getting good trades. Like, you think you're doing well against him, like you're getting ground, you're getting flags, and all of a sudden you look at the end of the game and you're down like 1,500 kills, and you're like, wait, when did that happen? So I think Yaman's trying to play into Farid's naturally aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, and I mean, that's definitely been the case on the bottom side in that he has got those good trades in so far.
Oh, yeah.
And the artillery in the center is still whittling down the units as the M7 does manage to land a shot directly onto the retreating MG42.
Yeah, I can definitely, because Yaman's spending most of his time building up Artie back here, building up support in his back lines, and not actually all that much time putting a ton of troops in the front line. The Flak 36 to go down, that's pretty bad, actually. And what happened to the second one? Oh, he deployed it a little early. So Nebelwerfer firing off should be able to kill that M8, I would think. Although it doesn't look like it's
Not
actually really
quite.
targeted.
Yeah, it's not quite targeted on the M8, so the M8 might be able to get away with it unless the last shot lands behind it.
There it is.
In which case it goes down. Oh, JU-87 actually got really deep there.
It got 2 kills.
Took out the M10 and... Well, what else did it kill?
2 M10s. It was one on the road and one in the back there, so it took out 2 M10s.
Yeah.
And that's what makes JU-87 so good. The ability to kill 2 things at once is crazy good.
Yeah, taking advantage of there not being any AA. Yamin realizing too late as he brings in another GMC both on the backside. But yeah, the damage is already done there. BF-109's coming in for rocket strikes towards the Pioneers. Looks like Farid trying to capitalize and grab another flag. That was directly on target, even though he couldn't see it. Very nicely done.
He did see it. The Volksdeutsche pushed forward and the Pioneers shot at him, so he knew where they were.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that
Very nice.
wasn't magical. That wasn't one of those moments where you're just like, how did he know?
No. I mean, putting 2 fire positions on, like in those buildings behind the flag kind of makes sense, regardless, right? So.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. But yeah, he did actually see that one. So nice position here. Farid currently on a 14-10, and since they're in mirror incomes, when you start falling behind, it is hard to get back up because at no point do you ever have an income advantage. So you're always kind of, Now up north, a SPW 231 pushing through. If that finds the Bofors, that would be massive, and it looks like they're going to drive right into each other.
Yep, the 57, even if it unloads, might not have enough time to defend the Bofa. And I don't think Yamin's even noticed. So
I don't think he has.
The 231 here is just going to kill that off.
Will it? Oh, no, it does not get away. Will it get the 57 mil too? Oh my god, what a cheeky play. Ooh.
That's ridiculous.
He should kill this off before it ever fires. Yep. Oh my.
Brutal play there from Farid. Very, very nicely done.
Yeah, that was
indeed. That
was good. Now we do see a half track driving up, capturing this flag here, keeping Farid off of a 15-9. Shug 4 goes down to a 57 mil though. That definitely hurts. Each one of those lost. I mean, he's got plenty of them, but each one of those lost does hurt a fair bit. I'm not a fan of the whole half track, 5-point half track capturing a flag. I gotta tell you, it just bothered me. It just feels cheesy.
Well, on the top side, the 231 managed to take the recon half track with it as the spy get left behind. The recon M4 moving forwards there. With the M10 is going to have to deal with the Stug 4 on the top side. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Panzerschreck manages to hit one of the half tracks, kind of gives away the position, almost could have taken out the M4, which would have been a nice kill for sure.
Yeah, we do see Yamin finally making progress down south here. I mean, this Panzerschreck and Pioneer is obviously not going to hold this off, and I feel like Farid's kind of just abandoned the south. He does need to put something here to hold these other 2 flags, because otherwise those will also collapse too. And Yamin will notice this happening, I'm sure. But I mean, that move is sacrificing these northern flags at the same time, and it's always interesting with Div 1 players to watch them push flanks and stuff and just give up sections of the map.
There's always that kind of push and pull. Both these bombers managed to get through on the top side. One really not doing too much damage to the Volksdeutsche. Second one killed the SDK Z71 up on the top of the hill. The Stug 4 actually managed to get the better of the M10 on that top side as well, leaving just the M4 to deal with the Stug at close range. But finally, the flag has been somewhat secured on the bottom side here by Yamin.
Yeah.
Artillery is trying to take back the one in the town. But 15-9
Momentarily.
for Farid.
Yeah. He did grab for a second. Ju-87 floating in the back, lost its target, now can't decide where to go. We do see a Jagdpanzer 4 coming in. That thing should kind of be a brick house in this matchup. There is not much. Like, the M10 is going to struggle to kill that. We do see a Nebelwerfer strike. Not sure what it was after, honestly.
Yeah, that seemed well off there.
Yeah,
Not
it was
really hitting anything at all so far with these 300mm rockets, which can be absolutely decisive. But yeah, no luck so far. Stug 4 in a really nice position up in this hill. Going to be taking out the voltages shortly. M4A3 going for the side shot onto the Stug 4.
Does get it.
Find the first shot. Can it find the second penetration, though, through that 400 mils of frontal armor?
I mean, percentage-wise, no, but because I just said that, it definitely will get this pen right now. Called it. Called it. Freaking called it.
Very nice.
I'm telling you.
Ju-87 on the way, trying to potentially get one back, but that M4 going to be hiding in the back gardens, stopping that from happening. Meanwhile, in the center, the half-track's gone deep. The voltages are also very deep, falling back behind enemy lines.
Yep.
That's not good.
That was a nice little push from Yamin, though. He recaptures flag and, like, just is forcing Farid to react. We do see a Stug 4 heading down south to stop this half-track from Cheese grabbing this flag down here. But up north...
The M10 in the middle. Took out the Stug on the hill.
Ugh.
It's not good.
Pioneer up north stopping both the Volksdeutsche up here. I mean, I guess the 50 cal also helped with that enjoyment. It looks like the Volksdeutsche are stuck. They appear to be falling back, but they are not actually going anywhere. Awkward.
Ju-87 trying its luck on the bottom side, but the 2-star Bofa sitting in wait might actually end up taking down
I think
the
so.
Ju-87.
I would think so.
Every time we say that, it never happens.
There it is. You know, I cast a lot of games these days, and it has gone to a point where anytime I say something, the game goes out of its way to do the opposite of what should happen.
Yeah, exactly. You know that if you were playing that game and that was your Ju-87, that would have been dead 5 minutes ago.
Oh, it's dead. It's dead. And it's not even about like what would happen to me. It's just the fact that I said it. The game is like, you know what? You need to look like an idiot. Here you go. It fail. Enjoy your failure.
Absolutely.
It's a
well,
fact.
the half-track's dead on the bottom side. The Stug 4 is now coming through, but these Volksdeutsche aren't really holding the line very well.
I mean, the IG-33 is picking up kills left and right here from this hill. Martyr 3 on the hill as well. Nice little position there. He's kind of built a nice little support here, and he could use this to push off then later. But we're now into C phase, so both players are going to be choked on income, and these last reinforcements will be the last easy ones they call in, basically.
Yeah, and then it gets tough trying to take back some ground.
Yeah, and
but there
Farid,
seems to be a lot more on the field for Yamin.
like I said, trades. This guy focuses on trades. He doesn't care about flags until the end. He really doesn't.
So far, so good. And it's gonna, I feel, really be up to whether or not Farid can find value in these Nebelwerfer strikes. And so far, he's aiming it again at pretty much nothing. Nothing that really matters, I would say. The M3A3 spy has already gone down there. The Jagdpanzer is going to be finding shot onto the M8.
Yeah, will he stop that?
And if he doesn't stop the 300mm, it's going to be a waste. Complete waste.
Down south, the Stug 4 took out the M4, and now it takes out the Obusier, so that cleared off most of the light armor. That's pretty big, actually. The M10 is still here, so that's still dangerous, but that was a nice clear off here by this Stug 4.
Yeah, really, really nice play.
Okay, now the Nebelwerfer...
Taking advantage of the low health M4.
I do understand this strike this time. He's trying to capture this flag, so he's not sure if there's infantry or so he's sending it after this half-track, basically. I get that one. That one gets you a flag. I get it.
Do you ever think it's worth blind firing though into with a 300 mil Nebelwerfer? Doesn't that feel like wasteful?
A little bit, but when you're right next to the flag and you're trying to get, if he's that desperate to get this flag, which I'm not sure he should be, but he is clearly, I guess. But yeah, I would agree with you. It's definitely not what I'm imagining using this thing for, because this thing actually can kill stuff. Like, it legitimately can, kill almost anything in the game with a good strike. 15-9 though, Farid's got it. Can't question that.
I was gonna say for the 15-9, maybe that's what he was kind of planning to do. It does make it so there's only 9 minutes till victory.
Yeah,
and that is substantial.
And I think he knows. I have to assume Farid knows that Yaman's out-traded him. It's not like he has no sense of what's going on. So, ooh, the 57 mil gets a side hit on that Jagdpanzer 4. Ouch, that's painful.
Yeah, very, very nice kill from the 57. Getting rid of one of those really, really tough units that Yamin's going to have to deal with, and that's one less. The Jagdpanzer Stug 4 engaging the M10 now after the 57's fallen back, and that's a free kill there for those two units.
The recon Sherman here popping out to pick up infantry now. Will the IG-33 get a heat shell off? It doesn't. No, it appears not. Well, there's still a 15. Yeah, it's still a 15-9 for the moment. I mean, yeah, and again, I feel like Farid knows he's being out-traded, so I think he's really desperately trying to, turn the screws here on Yamin. Another net 300 Nebelwerfer going after the Bofer. I do understand that killing the AA can be pretty key, but will it do it?
Yeah, we'll open up the use of the BF-109s on the top side, but it was aimed a little far off. One of the rockets right on the edge of the circle hits the mark. So Bofers is gone. Very nice.
Yeah, and now the SPW down south taking out the Sappers, getting rid of that bazooka. Now another one coming in, but still, I still can't. Now, if he used the Nebelwerfer to hit this 81 mortar, he would kill this Commandant as well, and that would be pristine for him.
Yeah, that would be awesome if he managed to pull that off. But we'll have to wait and see. The BF-109 was coming for the rocket strike on the top side, but caught by a lot of the 50 cal fire in the center and the Bofer a little further back. So no rocket strike for Farid. But yeah, I don't know. But at the moment, Farid kind of sitting pretty on a lot of these flags, and Yamin not really pulling the trigger so far, and is actually losing a few units here and there as we go.
Yeah, I actually think Farid's been trading pretty well in this kind of early C phase. Definitely better than B phase. We just saw an M10 go down south. Definitely better than he was trading earlier in the game. So I feel like if I'm Yamin, I'm going to start panicking a little bit, because if he doesn't trade well on top of being down flags, then he really is screwed.
Yeah, like M10s are dropping all over the place now. Like the double Ju-87 M10 kill, the Jagdpanzer and Stug killing the M10 in the middle, Stug killing the M10 on the bottom side. And these M10s are pretty much the primary way that he can kill Stugs and Jagdpanzers, because they have the most penetration out of all of the units except from like the M476 that he also has at some point if he has them in the deck.
He does. He has them in B phase. He has 9 M10s. We've seen at least 4 or 5 go down, so he is starting to run low on those. DB73 coming in up north. Is there AA up here? There's an 88 and a 36. The 88's on the run, though, so it won't do anything. I mean, yeah, I don't know what he does against this this Stug 4 Jagdpanzer 4 combo. DB gets, a pilot unconscious. That's a very unlucky crit there, because he was going to get the bombs off on that IG-33. And it might now go down unless the Arty can suppress the Flak 36 in time.
And the IG-33 now able to provide great fire support into this engagement of the town. Although one of the Volksdeutsche going down before they unload and actually wiped out entirely. So that's rough. The DB did manage to get out though. So that's also not ideal for Farid.
So we see Yamin pulling a little play here. He's hopping the machine gun in and out of that building to force the IG-33 to continuously re-aim. It's kind of infuriating. One of those little micro tricks.
Yeah, Jagdpanzer did manage to take out the M4 spy though on the bottom side of that little town section. So really good kill. Now the IG continuing onto the volunteer.
Yeah, the Flak 36 did go down to the artillery, so that's a pretty big loss, actually. He's running out of medium AA.
Oh, here goes that Nebelwerfer,
Both of
as
them.
you wanted, onto
Ah!
the 81 mil.
Gets the
Does manage to
81.
find it. Almost kills the Commandant, but it was moved in time. Oh, now a lovely rocket lands on the M4 in the center as well. Will the
Look
last
at
one
the
kill the
M10.
M10?
No, but that was...
Oh,
Whew.
close. Very close. These strikes, and now those are what we want to see. Those are the strikes we want to see from Farid. Not the missing stuff we saw before. The ones that really like hit the mark and get the juicy kills.
Oh, yeah. And now with that mortar gone, that's huge because that thing has been absolutely wrecking him down south. Ju-87's looking, has nothing. There's no AA up here now. So the Ju-87 just hunting for a target.
Yep. Still AA in the center though. The both are there.
Yep.
Trying to shoot the BF-109.
Yes, but what happened there? It's like completely for a while. It's coming in for the M10. Look at it. It's queued up. Let's see. Can he get more than one? He will get the M10.
He hit the half track, but the Zappers managed to unload in time. That Ju-87 now going to be able to probably get out, as that both has lost line of sight and doesn't have as much veterancy as the one on the bottom side. So yeah, things not looking good right now for Yamin as he continues to take losses, and Farid not really losing much at all.
Yeah, and it was a 15-9 again for a little bit, and every little 15-9 does, it eats into that time pretty quickly compared to that single tick. IG-33 in the center hill here, it looks like it has just a field day of targets to choose from. This 57 mil will be the first. Will it kill that Stug 4 first? No, it will not. Although, I will say, Farid pretty light here in the town. There's a lot of potential here for Yamin if he just goes for it.
Would be a very slow push, though.
Yeah.
Because there's no half tracks, really, to push through there. I mean, he could maybe try and make a play on the bottom hill with, like, the Sappers getting the Zooks onto the Stug 3 and the 2-3-1 there, but still a ways to go. Still time, I would say, for Farid to react, and if these Nebelwerfers get reloaded, then those could also be an option to prevent those pushes from coming through. 57 on the top side, currently engaging the Stug 4. Does manage to find the first penetration, but the Volksdeutsche should help finish that off. So the AT gun's gone down, and now a lot of that infantry very vulnerable to being pushed in, and the infantry can probably just walk onto that flag, to be honest. BF-109's coming up to support with their rockets.
Yeah, an issue here for Farid that we're seeing a lot of. His infantry don't really have AT, other than the Legionati. I almost feel like most divisions have a Panzerfaust Panzergren, so I'm kind of surprised he didn't bring that, because it's really punishing him with these half tracks. And I might be wrong. I can't remember exactly. 88 gets a nice little kill on that half track, and the infantry get immediately pinned. But yeah, that's definitely allowing Yamin to do some cheeky stuff with his half tracks.
The BF-109's managed to get a couple really good strikes in on that top side, and now the flag has gone to the Legionary. Stug 4 is working its way up behind the 88, so that can set itself up in a really nice position as well.
Yeah, that 88 is wrecking right now. It's doing work. It's doing a lot of work.
I think these M7s have just... One of them's been out of ammo for a while, so Yamin's not had quite as much artillery support as he had before, especially with the mortar going down in the town as well.
He's got another truck coming in, but yeah, I definitely think it's been silent for a bit. Farid did have a 15-9 again. Nebelwerfers have been unloaded, so they're starting to reload. I wonder where the next strike will go. This SPW, there's nothing here to stop it. It can kind of just do whatever it wants. If it can find the targets, it will kill the targets.
And the SPW 231 on the top side, looking for the half track. Thought to just take out those. Open up that flag for Cap once again. M10 will be moving in further back to try and block that, but we'll have to wait and see.
Now down south, the M3 finally gets on to the SPW, which has really kind of been holding everything down. But the Stug 4 leader here, hiding on the side of the hill, it does get spotted by the commandant of all the units. I guess maybe it was the sappers over there. But already coming down on that. We see another mortar in, so Yamin spent the points to bring another mortar in. Nebelwerfer strike on the M10s and half track here.
Yep, we got the voltages being hit by that. Another strike coming through is going to direct hit the AT gun. Can it get close enough to the Bofors with the remaining rockets? It almost entirely destroys the sappers as well. These rocket strikes are crazy. M10 did manage to survive though. Stug doesn't have to worry about the voltages, which is nice. So he can kind of just attack move towards the M10 and find the shot.
Pack
Meanwhile,
38
the Pack 38, yeah, should be able to find the shot first as well.
should take it out. It's damaged. Oh, wow. Okay. Thought it would take that out in one. It did not. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was more damaged as well.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. But, yeah, I mean, Flak 41 down south getting hit by that A1 mortar. Actually, it's going after the Stug, which it very well could kill at that range. Well, the Stug looking pretty fresh, so it should be able to survive a barrage, a singular barrage. Stug 4 falling back, although, again, it's not really under any pressure. I think, yeah, it looks like Yaman's out of sappers. So the bazookas are going to not be there anymore once the ones on the map die.
Yeah, no, not sure that's going to matter too much. There's only 2 minutes left now.
Yeah.
As we move to a 16-8 for Farid. He's managed to get back a lot of the kills that he lost early on and solidify his map positioning so far, which has really, really helped him out and is going to force Yamin to make some desperate plays shortly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big... Yamin still has time. It's not like this game is totally over. Yes, there's a big gap, but we have time here. BF-109 Ju-87 strike down south. The tank got out of line of sight too quickly, though, so it was already falling back. And the Bofors, of course, brick-walling that BF-109. Gun jam on the M4A2 there. What did that? Was that the Martyr? Or the
I think it engaged the Marder and then it backed off the hill, yeah.
Yeah, because Stugs don't usually cause crits. You know, their AP shells don't usually cause that. But he's holding that 15-9, and Yamin definitely now under the real pressure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And 1 minute left. Stug takes out the voltages. One of the transports gets sniped further up that was bringing in some volunteers. Panzergun MG34 going to be pushing for this flag. We'll be able to capture it briefly before the 50 cals pin them down. But honestly, just giving a target really for the 300mm Nebelwerfers. Although it looks like he's going to be focusing on the mortar carrier.
That's a good choice.
And the both on the bottom side. That is going to be some juicy targets if you can take them out.
Yeah, and this is why I said I don't know why you'd ever leave 17th SS open, honestly. Now in the center, the Stug 4 dying due to some good old hill pression. Gotta love that. Always love that.
And the 231 went down behind it as well to the M10, so that's not very helpful. And BF-109 come in for the rocket strike. Maybe a little bit preemptive. He could have probably just waited till the Bofors was dead, to be honest. Because the rocket strike is coming in, and oh no way, Yamin got lazy. He did give that 81mm a fast move order previously, but then cancelled it and did another strike, and he might pay for it. It's gonna be close. Oh no, it's out. It's out.
Bofors isn't though.
Yeah, that 81mm mortar. That I feel like he should have paid for it, but it doesn't matter regardless because that is the end of the game. Farid takes game 1 in this best of 3 after 35 minutes and 53 seconds.
Yeah, don't leave 17th SS open.
In the end, he ended up positive. 2,965 kills, 2,765 losses. So definitely made up a lot of that in the last 20 minutes there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chronology really quick. Right at the beginning, Farid actually got a lot of kills, but then we can see right after that, it's basically all Yamin for a while, and then Farid gets a whole bunch back. I always feel like it does look like this. I never feel like it's even trades. It's always one person gets a ton of kills, the other person like freaks out and then does better for some reason. Although, if you look in that 20-ish minute mark, 25, 6, 7, 8 minutes, it's all Farid. All Farid kills there. Oof.
Yeah. I was just checking to see if the M7s did well, and it seems like they did.
Oh, yeah.
Over time, certainly helped out quite a bit, taking care of support weapons, and then like the Nebelwerfers kind of doing some work as well. Jagdpanzers certainly being a beast in that game, because the French just don't have anything to really
No.
deal with them efficiently.
Yeah, Jagdpanzers are phenomenal. Like that unit against any allied division is a house. It's an absolute monster against any allied division. Axis divisions not as impressive. Most of their guns pen 135, so they do get into that Jagdpanzer 4 pretty often. But against allied divisions, whew, that is a spicy unit.
Well, congratulations to Farid on taking the first game. And anything else you'd like to add?
Game 2 coming tomorrow. Don't forget to check it out.
All right, yeah, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Good job, Vulcan.
All right, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.